What's good, y'all? It is your boy, Mr. G, today's host for Strawhats Sit Down, episode 191.
Hey!
Yes, sir.
Let's go! Thank you guys for being here today. We have another chapter this week. But before we get into that, I would like to introduce my crew as usual. That boy, huss, how you doing today, brother?
What's going on, man? I'm chilling. I'm excited for this chapter. Real quick, it was my birthday on Thursday. And
happy birthday.
Hey, happy belated birthday, bro.
Thank you, boys. Quarter century. My sister got me this Sanji Funko Pop.
Hey.
So that was really cool. You know what's a wild fact about me? I don't know if I told you guys or the pod, but me and my sister, who is 5 years older than me, share the birthday of March 5th.
No way.
Wild.
Yo.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
That's crazy.
I know. I ruined her 5th birthday. But yeah, that's my dog. So shout out to her. I really appreciate that gift, and it's been cool. So yeah, man, another year on this earth, man. I love you guys, man. I love the pod. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Brother.
Of course, happy birthday, bro. That is awesome.
Thank you, bro.
25, bro. You started this.
Yes, sir.
You were a baby. Jesus Christ.
As of like 20.
Bro, you just hit my mortal coil, bro, because my birthday is in 19 days. I'm turning 36.
Right?
Oh, fuck, man. All right. Well, happy birthday to you. I love you always. Strawhat, how you doing, bro?
What's good? I'm doing good. Yeah, no, why huss is staying because this chapter was very interesting. I was like, yo, this is actually kind of crazy, and definitely can't wait to get into it, man. So yeah. Other than that, I got mixed up by this freaking daylight savings, so
Yeah.
Woo, it's going to get a little bit to get used to, but
It'll be like that.
Yeah, you're gonna get work all day tomorrow, bro.
That's true. Man, I gotta go to work after this. So it's a long day. But and then last but not least, that boy, Callie Mac. How are you today, brother?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I'm doing good. I am ready to talk about the chapter. Daylight savings absolutely cooked me. So, such is life, but I am here and I am absolutely ready. I also want to give a big shout out to my boy Mr. G for holding down the host in the past few weeks. Been having some technical issues and the hosting's been a little rough on me, but he stepped up and held it down. I'll try and be back as soon as I can, but for the meantime, Mister's doing an amazing job and I appreciate you, brother, man.
Thank you, bro. Hey, that's me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Few shout outs before we get started. Huss, it was your birthday. You got to it before I did. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
And then not on a somber note, but I want to celebrate my uncle who had passed yesterday. He was suffering, but now he's like in peace, and he's no longer suffering. And I just want to celebrate his life. And to you, my cousins, I love you guys, and much love, and praying for you guys and everything like that. But let's we move forward from here, right? And just got to keep spreading love and peace to each other, and because that's the only way. That's what Oda wants. I know he put out a message recently saying that that's what he wants, like peace, and One Piece is definitely a way to share that, to spread that love. Before we get into
much love, and we're sorry for your loss, man. Your cousin, your family's lost.
My condolences.
Thank you. I don't want to bring it down, but I just wanted to definitely say that. But so is life, and so we move on, and we are here, right? One Piece brought us together, and there's a few things I actually want to go over before we get into the chapter. The live action comes out in 2 days. March 10th.
Yes, sir.
So, season 2, be ready. Apparently, there's a clip. Our live action segment from last week got taken off. So, on YouTube, I still have it on Twitch. So, if you guys want to see that,
fucked it up.
Yeah, because it's Netflix. Because it was an actual clip from Netflix, apparently. So, but
I think their episode copyright is in place, so They cooked us. It's fair.
It is. It'd be like that. But if you do want to see that, it's on the Twitch VODs for now. And I also do have it recorded, like downloaded for us. But yeah, live action's coming out. There's a clip of McKinney talking about Oda telling them where he wants them to end the live action, which is exciting because he's definitely gonna leave off on a cliffhanger. Waz and I were talking, and before you joined, Callie, we're talking about possibilities of where it could end, like Thriller Bark or Marineford at the end of Marineford. Who knows? But
you mean like where he wants it to end overall?
Like the live action, because
Porter asked the group, and McKenny was kind of like bait, and he was like, "Oh, you gave us an idea," and Taz kind of was like, "Yeah, but we couldn't say anything." It was almost like he's like, "Yeah, you really shouldn't have said that." It was kind of funny at the same time. But so I guess it's there, and honestly, it makes sense. I don't think something like this could last forever since One Piece is still going.
Yeah,
it's a huge story. It's a lot of production. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
interesting. Wow, that's actually really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also got the age thing, eventually, because season 1 to season 2 it's been what, 2.5 years or 3 years or something.
Yeah.
So
it's been 7 years in total, like making everything, like
Yeah.
Like because he was like 18, they were young when they got hired.
Inyaki's gonna be freaking like 40 and playing a 17-year-old Luffy.
But it makes sense though, where they don't want it to continue too far, right? Like they I feel like they don't want to recast these actors.
Yeah, exactly.
And they end where it ends, and then you can pick up the fucking manga and the anime from there, and then continue. But Waz, you said you wanted to bring up a few things today, right? I have it up on the stream.
100%, man. So the SBS came out with its last volume, which had the Rocks cover spread, which was really cool. But there's a lot. I don't know if Caleb, you guys saw it, but there was some interesting ones in the SBS today. Yeah, this time. Most interestingly, I think is the one. Yeah, the one on our screen is the most interesting. I think Maud will be happy to know that. So the reader asks, during the reverie, there was a hooded figure who told the Gorosei, "There's a pirate I need to talk to you about. Was it Shanks or Shamrock?" And he just straight up says it was Shamrock. And obviously that was a big point of conversation, like ever since, right?
Yep.
And in the anime, so he talks about in the anime, he's voiced by Shanks' voice actor, and he forgot to tell them it's not Shanks, so they never changed it. So yeah, what do you guys think about the fact that was Shamrock all along?
I mean, once I saw Shamrock, I knew it. I'd be very shocked if like Oda. So one, it's like, okay, so Oda didn't plan to revisit the conversation, because it would have been crazy if he revisited the conversation and he turned his face and he still had the scars, and I'd be like, oh no, I got cooked. But luckily that never happened. So seeing him, I was like, okay, yeah, this was the guy that was at the reverie, and it makes complete sense, because it still wouldn't make sense that Shanks had this much leverage, especially after we saw the flashback and him like deserting them anyway. So all that, so yeah, and then stealing from them directly and everything. So yeah, so I'm happy that is clarified that that was Shamrock the whole time.
Honestly, you know what? On a bigger note, outside of, because I 100% agree with Maud. I kind of already had figured on Shamrock was introduced to the story this time. I think we all kind of more or less figured that.
Yeah.
But on a larger note, how do you guys feel about information like this being released in the SBS? Because I saw a couple people upset that that huge drops like this aren't being revealed in the main story, but in these little side comments, like just as throwaways by Oda. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think that. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I said no. That's a good question. I just think that I feel like as the author, there's just so much going on, right? And like then they're like side notes after the fact that you're like it's published and you're rereading it, you're like, oh fuck, like I kind of wanted to add this or that, but let me put this in the SBS to let people know, like little things, more tidbits.
A lot of times they'll straight up say like, "Yo, I just will not have time to put this in the manga," and I think it's been exacerbated. Like it's really ramped up since the final saga started, because obviously it's at a breakneck pace. Like Wano, for example, bro. Let's think about the major protagonists, right? Like Kid Luffy Law. Kid's backstory is in an SBS. Like his ship is called the Victoria Punk because of some girl that died on his island with him and killer. And like people don't know that because it's an SBS, right? Like Zoro's whole lineage. Like there's a lot of crazy stuff.
That is true. They did the Zoro lineage. Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think Wano is, obviously Wano had a lot of stuff like that, where like loose ends that we never really got. But I agree, Kylie. Some of them kind of sting, like this one, a little bit. But at the end of the day, like the one that got me that I'll never ever like broke my heart and I'll never trust Oda again is the Rocky Port, bro. Rocky Port being a bro is like, all right, bro, you got it, man.
Yeah. I can 100% agree on Rocky.
I was hyping that up for half this freaking podcast runtime, bro.
Yeah, you did.
That's true. Just randomly revealed on the side. I think my only no, honestly, I agree. I think that I agree with the original point. I think that if any story should have the leeway to be able to reveal information on the side, it should be One Piece, just because it's so long and thorough and drawn out that everything just isn't going to be able to fit. And occasionally, some of the important information is going to have to be revealed just so that it's not left out. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, if you couldn't fit this in the story, or you couldn't fit Rocky Port into the story, then we would just never hear about it, and then One Piece would end, and then we would be like, he forgot about it.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta take.
There's a rule we don't get any of these, and I was also wanted to mention about Egghead is that my overwhelming feeling about Egghead is that every single panel and like dialogue low key mattered, and if they don't matter then, they're definitely gonna matter later, like all the energy stuff Oda was Vegapunk was talking about. So I was like, damn, every single page has been, used to the fullest. There's like, 15, 16 pages a week, in, 3 chapters a month. There's only so much screen page or page space, I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, what you think?
So this actually kind of touches up on like my gripes a little bit with the manga a little bit. Even though, I love One Piece to death, still my favorite, not just my favorite manga of all time, or anime IP, but one of my favorite fictional IPs of all time, period. So I love it to death. But I think this is what happens when we're starting to see that what happens when, when Oda is deciding to like kind of rush through the story, and, him deciding to rush through the story, he forgets certain things, like even in the SBS, because I was reading it that you got on Screen Mist, they say he even forgot to tell the voice the anime staff that he wasn't Shanks. So when they got the voice actor, they used Shanks' voice actor, and that's going to be confusing to
everybody.
Yeah, for the people that's watching and stuff that are dedicated anime watchers. So, one could use the excuse of like, oh, well, they wanted to put it under mystery, so you can kind of give them an out on it, like you'd be like, oh, well, we didn't want to reveal, but maybe but by Oda saying that, maybe it's like maybe they did want to reveal that technically wasn't.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case.
Yeah, so so it's kind of bittersweet, and I feel like we're going to get more stuff like this. The Rocky Port thing you brought up, why like that? Yeah, that does sting.
That shit opened my eyes, bro.
Yeah, but I will say that I do sometimes like the allure of. I do like the thing where sometimes authors will drop some tidbit information that's never actually expanded on, because I feel like it adds a level of mystique and allure to the story.
Mm-hmm.
That author could potentially revisit in like some type of spinoff or something. So I'm not too mad about the Rocky Port not being shown, though it would have been great if it was. I'm not too mad about it because I feel like it adds a little bit of that mystique allure to it, because it's like, damn, what happened there? But it's so prominent. Okay, moving on, like type thing.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. We'll never see it.
yeah. So,
like that, though.
But either way, though, I do think that it's a little bit. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit bittersweet, but still, it's to be expected with such a long running, manga series and stuff like that. So,
like Callie says, there's just some things we'll have to take with some bad with the good,
Yeah.
But so, Mister, the rest of the SBS on the next tab is we're gonna switch tabs.
Sorry. No all right.
So the Moria cover story in Yamato's thing that I was sure was going to be important, it seems like it's not. He basically washed ashore on Wano one day, and they appreciated him so much. He was a courageous, respectable young guy. They gave him the nickname Kozuki, and so that's why he later went to fight Kaido to save his homeland, which is cool to know.
So he's not a scumbag.
So he was.
Not a complete scumbag.
He actually was really kind of morally good. He was doing it for a great reason. And then he lost, so he left without saying anything because he was ashamed of how he lost. And so they assumed he died in battle, and that's why he has a grave there, which is a cool tidbit. I wonder how it will matter if it does. And it doesn't have to matter. But I find it funny that he's like, man, I'm so sad I lost to Kaido, my beloved homeland. I'm going to desecrate Ryuma's grave and steal Shusui after I
Yeah, the reaction afterwards is kind of wild. But
that's what he does, though, right? Kaido ruined his whole life, so
yeah, that's true. That was pretty cool.
Two other ones we have after.
The next one, right, is the devil fruits. Oh, the devil fruits of the Rocks Pirates. We were correct. Captain John, Gansui. They do have the magnet fruit and the bomb fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the guy from Wanted also has Perona's hollow fruit. So they all died, which is cool because we never really get to see Devil Fruit reincarnation. Like, it happens, but we don't really get to see that large. So it's cool to see some characters have where they came from or whatever. He mentioned something cool, right? He says how they want to know they use the abilities quite differently. Could Gilbastar also use the negative hollow? Blah blah blah. And Oda says. Devil Fruit abilities don't have one single way they can be used, so each person's own quirks can be observed. Ganzui has big fingers, so he can't pick his nose and use booger bombs like Mr. 5.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to hear that a lot of Devil Fruits change depending on the user. I don't think we've ever heard anything like that ever.
No, I never knew that. I thought that it was always set in stone of how you can potentially use it. So. And if there's a way that someone hasn't used it before, it just simply wasn't discovered yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they can mend to the user's nature, which is dope.
Yeah, their own personality. That is pretty cool. I mean, because the only one that we've seen, right, is Ace to Sabo, and it's just fire. They do different fire moves, sure, but these are a bit more quirky and different, so it's pretty cool. I like that.
The last tab is...
the last tab was, because people were asking, does the Empress of Amazon Lily automatically become captain of the Kuja Pirates? And, no, it's actually the other way around. Pretty much the strong and the are the most beautiful, so the strong is the Empress, and then because of that, they become automatically the captain. No, or the strongest is the captain. I don't know, man. It doesn't matter.
Let's just get it. Right, yeah. So the strongest is going to be the Empress, and then the Kuja Pirates are their fighting force, so they're going to be the captain anyway. It's just it's a bit of a cycle. So
cool. Basically, if you're the strongest and most beautiful, you get both. You just get it.
It is, yeah. So. That was pretty cool.
I think the last tidbits we wanted to mention were about rocks, right? How his ship and his sword were named. And his sword is named Eclipse.
Yes.
And his ship is named Rocks' Fury. I think the ship is kind of interesting. He obviously had some promise to keep from, back in time or whatever with Davy D. Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But the sword, I think, name is very interesting. The Eclipse, being obviously when the moon covers the sun, and I don't gotta explain how interesting the moon and sun lore is to One Piece. So that's a cool little name. There's probably stuff to be taken from it, but I'm not thinking about it right now. I don't know if you guys have heard theories or anything like that, but it's a cool name, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. I honestly didn't put that much thought into it. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely cool.
The only other thought is that we get another name for one of the top swords, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he mentioned it. I think he said it was skillful grade. I don't know if he mentioned this. I don't even know if he mentioned the grade. I don't know.
Okay, well, I would only. I could only assume.
It wasn't a Supreme.
I could have sworn
it was not a Supreme.
Huh?
I know that.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I know it was not a Supreme, but I don't know if you mentioned that it was skillful either. I don't know.
Well, regardless, that's cool. But let's get to it.
Yeah,
let's get to.
To me, that was a mid SBS. I think it was okay.
Yeah, I think the first one was the biggest.
Yeah.
It was the Shank Shamrock thing. Everything else was kind of just whatever, to be honest. But it'd be like that. They all can't be full of 100 hitters, you know.
No, that's true.
100%.
That's true. All right, boys. Let's get into it. We got One Piece chapter 1176. This beautiful cover spread that Oda did was done in volume 12 of the series before like Frankie, Brooke, Robin joined, and Jinbei. So I think also even Chopper. So it's pretty cool. And then even the live action recreated it did that as well. So because they've been doing a whole bunch of interviews and stuff, getting ready for the live action coming out. But yeah, awesome cover spread.
Yeah, this one was really cool.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. So, chapter is titled "With Pride." And we are back on Elbaph, and we see the dragon of Loki in the distance, and Frankie saying, "Yow! What kind of party's going on over there?" And then he's like, "Yo, Lilith, what you doing? What's going on?" And Lilith pulls out from this box, right? That apparently Vegapunk's in there, right?
Yeah, it was the thing she told Jinbei to bring.
Yes, to make sure to bring, right? Yeah.
Or Vegapunk told Jinbei to bring ahead.
Yeah. So Lilith pulls out the ODCs, the Omni Drain Converters. They look like the discs from like we've seen these like kind of look like dials, but they look like in disc form a little bit. But yeah, Vegapunk pulling out some new technology, and Frankie and Bonnie are, intrigued, and they're like, And Vegapunk's just talking to like their hover function should work on Elbaph. Just feel it's everywhere, all around us. That energy. Have you ever run off of more potent fuel than cola? Asking Frankie, which I never really thought about, because Frankie is just always running on cola, which is absolutely wild.
Yeah. I never really thought about it either until that point. I just always thought like, for his gadgets and everything to work, he just based it around like cola. You know what I mean? Like that was just part of his design. I didn't think that he can actually like substitute it with a different source potentially.
The only reason why I thought is because the source of the Pacifista is. But is it electricity? I don't know what it is.
Well,
because it's from It's from Kizaru,
right? That's
yeah, but the Pacifistas aren't they like part of Kizaru? Like I feel like where he was able to harness part of
laser tech.
Okay, it's laser tech. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think they just shoot his laser, but like he kind of talks about it later on, like right about how he mentions the Pacifista. You're right. Like he talks about how.
Okay. All right, we'll just keep it going.
This Vegapunk line is interesting to me, right? Because when Luffy first met him, he was talking about trying to find some energy that's all around us, right, and like spread it to the world or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he talks about how he's kind of mimicking climate and egghead that could work for this hover function. So this energy thing is like a pretty like big thing to hear about randomly. I mean, it's like only talking about a little bit of the chapter, but it's like I would need to hear more, brother. Yeah,
no, that's true, and like it just seems like natural energy, and I wonder if it's just here in Elbaph or if it's just like there's pockets of energy throughout the world or whatnot, So, but yeah, Frankie is confused, asking questions, and then we go back to the other group, and we see a fire spreading everywhere, and we see one of the nightmare. Oh no, someone's saying, who's saying it? Is it Usopp? Yeah, I think it is. It's a nightmare. The whole world's coming to an end. Did you see that dragon? It's bigger than Kaido. But that was clearly Luffy riding on his back, right? So, is the dragon on our side? Like, what's going on? Usopp, not doing much, as always. Everyone else trying to figure out what's going on. Nami, Jinbei. I actually love this. Nami is telling Zeus to be ready, right? And then you hear Zeus saying, sure thing, I'll be ready. and Jinbei is just saying like it's quite fearsome, but we should hurry, especially that the children are out of harm's way. But they need to stop this fire before it keeps spreading and destroy the whole land of Elbaph. Robin goes to Saul to check on him. He's all hurt, whatever. Who cares? He's trying to get up, but whatever. Saul.
Damn.
Whatever, man. We have to, other things. Other people need help right now.
You'll be alright.
Yeah, you'll be fine, bro. You chilling. And then,
right?
I mean, that's what people say. But Nami over here, stepping up, going into action, saying, "Here we go, Zeus. This mission's critical. Put out the fire on the library and school." And he's like, "I'm ready, Nami. I've absorbed plenty of water." And Sanji's just glazing Nami, which is, always his thing. It's her Nami. She's always prepared. And Nami goes into action saying, "Pouring rain, tempo." And Zeus just covers the whole area and starts pouring rain all over the library, the school, and everything. Robin's like, "Nami, Zeus, hurry, like, stop the rain." No, not stop the rain, stop the fire. And, Zeus is doing this thing, but then all of a sudden you see Killingham, and he's like, "Hey, hang on there. You're breaking your word. Who said you were allowed to put the fire out?" And now, they see this, what is it? Nightmare? Dream Tid? No.
Yeah, Sleep Tid or whatever with it.
Sleep Tids, right? Yeah. We see this worm-looking Sleep Tid coming out from the side, going in to attack Zeus. And Killingham's like, "You promised to cast aside history of the world." And boom, this Sleep Tid just bites Zeus and eats him while the fire's still going on. So everyone's bugging out. Nami's bugging out. Zeus is gone. And Saul's like, "It's a worm. No, it's a snake. No, it's a lindworm." Do you guys know what a lindworm is?
Never in my life, brother.
Okay, word.
No, I don't know. It might have something to do specifically with like, maybe
Norse,
some type
Norse
of like,
and all that.
yeah, Norse mythology type thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not 100% sure though.
Word.
We got the Nidhogg, we got Ratatoskr. I'm never going to Wikipedia again, bro. Not until next arc, bro.
Yeah, that's good enough. No, I feel you. All right, so Sanji's like, "No, that was our only hope, putting the fire out. Who is that?" And then Jinbei says, "That is one of the 3 demons." And then all of a sudden we hear, "Activate ODC." And then all of a sudden you see the discs that we saw earlier that Vegapunk had flying through the forest into areas, into the fire areas, and putting out the fire, turning it all into ice, which was freaking sick. I was not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting I was kind of hoping a combo attack between Nami and Jinbei, like rain tempo, and then Jinbei takes the water that's being used in the rain to put out the fire. Because like he's been putting out the fires most of the time, but seeing this is pretty cool.
That's also probably why that didn't happen, is because not the last like 3 times we've seen a huge water attack, it's been Jinbei.
Yeah.
Literally,
No, it's true.
Arc, and then
Nami gets
Wano.
the shine.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And also, shout out to Nami for having the wherewithal to have Zeus absorbing water this whole time. To
work too.
To have this, to have this in the back pocket in case of anything like that. That's the navigator for you. Just planning everything. She's OD. So Killingham's like, "Yo, what are those? The fire's been put out or frozen? Like what? Like bugging out what's going on."
I saw a funny comment about like someone saying like, "Yo, this must be weird for Robin." Like now, like twice in her life, she's in like a terrifying situation. Books and libraries all around her that are her family, her island's history are burning, and then the first time a frozen path appears to save her, and now the second time a frozen, like the whole place gets frozen. It's like a weird. She must have been like, "Yo, where's the Hokiji?" Like I was like, it's a weird coincidence. Like if I had 2 nickels situation.
Yeah.
Must have felt like some deja vu for her a little bit,
Literally.
Like,
Yeah.
Mixed in with some PTSD up in there. No, I like that. And it's cool that because like it's used to save everybody in this instance, right? And to save the history. So Saul's good. You know, he's acting. He's over there running to the school now.
Don't kill me.
And then you got Lilith saying, all natural disasters are a maelstrom of energy. And then throws to Frankie, you know, this little bottle, says, there you go, Frankie. Try using that.
That she like kind of drains from the ODC thing. So she takes the heat energy out of it.
Damn,
and
good.
gives him like superpower cola or whatever.
This is why we do these things together. Great pickup. I had no idea. No, that's awesome. So, yeah, he said, and then they say, hey, this bottle's about to burst. Frankie says that, and he's like, indeed, it's called Super Vega Cola. Your innards are immaculately designed, just as advanced as the pacifistas, which is why I was stunned to learn you only use cola to power yourself. You see, Frankie, fuel is passion. Use that stuff, and your raw power will explode. And like, yo, she's going crazy. You see a scientist look in her eyes right now, like, yeah, you're gonna be put on some shit right now, boy.
I love it. Like, bro, the fact that Vegapunk is telling Frankie, like, yo, you are as advanced as the pacifista, bro. To me, I read that part of the chapter, I was like beaming. I got a little emotional. I was like, yo, this is like Shanks telling Luffy, like, yo, you're just as strong as me, like type of recognition from your idol. That was a crazy, like, it's like a throwaway, but it was so big to me. I love that, bro.
Oof.
Yeah, no, it's big, and on top of that, it's the little tidbit that we were looking for at Egghead. For Frankie, because now he effectively got the Frankie buff we needed from him. So now, you know, that means his fights are going to be a lot more interesting. And on top of that, I wonder how far this goes. Like, does he like take sources from other energy sources from other places or whatever? Like it just opens up a new realm for Frankie, and I love it. I'm here for it.
No, that's awesome. No, that's true. Kyle, you got something to say?
Yeah, I am here for the Frankie buff. I agree with everything you guys said, but we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Because that was not the first thing that I thought when I saw this panel. The first thing I thought when I saw Frankie getting the upgrade is Usopp is finished.
Like, you thought it like that? I didn't take it like that.
Some people take it otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I took it.
That's how I took it.
Okay, that's fair.
Why? Wait, why?
Because why is Frankie getting an upgrade on Elbaph?
And the chapter starts with Usopp running around. I feel like it's not like it's very fair. Like Usopp is just like, oh my god, this dragon, oh that's Luffy, and everyone else is running into action, doing stuff.
And that's
part of the weekend.
Yeah, that's fair.
This has already been something that we've noticed for a while now. We've been in Elbaph for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
We've discussed this multiple times about what Usopp's role is in this arc and when is he gonna get the shine that he's supposed to have. And for Frankie to be the first one to get an upgrade, I think that it might be time to have that conversation, man.
Okay. All right. So that's fair.
Yeah, Mister. What? I feel like you have something to say.
So yeah, like I will say on the upgrades, I feel like Nami has been showing upgrades throughout this whole arc, right? She's been showing like different attacks that she's been stored up and learning. I feel like the whole thing with Frankie, we finally got the upgrade that we expected in Egghead. But think about what happened in Egghead, right? They got there, they got attacked. You know, they got ambushed. The Gorosays came up, like they had no time. Like Frankie and them and Vegapunk had no time to like really like. Even now, they still don't have any time to fucking sit down and just chat and like pick each other's brains, right? But now we're getting the fruits of that labor, whatever, that we finally got the upgrade on this arc. So I have a feeling that either Usopp's getting his upgrade near the tippy end of this arc, or because of what happens here, will lead to him getting an upgrade in the next arc or something like that. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I took it as.
I don't like
next
that.
Arc, bro. It ain't but like 2-3 arcs left.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you.
Okay. I mean, we're enough.
He also mentions that it can happen at the end of this arc, right? And I actually think that's a very that's a way to take this, where it's like, okay, everyone is getting upgrades, right? He's upgrading Frankie out of his place, you know. Like, the end is like literally the next page, you know. Like stuff happens for other Strawhats. Like, I think now that I'm seeing the Strawhats have a whole chapter of shine, they're all doing stuff. I think some people take it in a way as like, okay, Oda is giving us the Straw Hat shine, and
I think he's teeing him up,
getting his moment later, kind of solo with a lot of spotlight later on. I think
Bro.
I've
Yep.
heard a few people taking it that way, and I understand that.
I mean, I'm getting excited for no reason.
I think, okay, so I got an optimistic view. I think that this arc is still big enough for both Frankie and Usopp. I think that
it's big enough for everybody.
I said, I don't know if y'all remember this, but I said at the very, like, not at the very beginning, but once we got to like the mural, right? And Frankie was the one to discover the mural. I remember us talking about like, okay, Frankie discovered the mural, and it's surprising because you would expect like Robin to see something like that, right? Because of her voice entry knowledge and stuff like that, and everything.
That's right. Yeah.
But and I said that's okay because this arc is going to be, well, at least at the time I said this arc was going to be basically for everybody because there's so much stuff here, like, you know, the Atom Tree stuff. Vegapunk being with us, Robin and O'Hara books and stuff like that, and this was supposed to be, you know, just Usopp in general being in Elbaph and stuff like that. I thought we were going to get something for everybody. Now, that might not be the case, but I still think that it's still big enough to where if Oda want to give Frankie the shine now, I'm okay with it, and we still have enough potential to get a Usopp shine moment or something that would be significant in all of our eyes. Now,
yeah,
I'm also I'm also not like completely you know, dismissive of the idea that, you know, maybe you know, Usopp doesn't get anything, and, you know, Callie's right, and it's time to pack things up in terms of Usopp, but you know, I believe that, I still believe that we can get something for Usopp here. I still believe it.
I still think it's gonna happen.
I am being a little facetious. I do think that we still have a whole arc left. We still have a whole arc left, so I'm not completely ready to dismiss the fact, but I don't think that it bodes. I will say I don't think that it bodes well.
There is a gigantic
the longer the arc goes, the less of a chance that he gets it, or the less time there is for him to get it. I won't say less of a chance. Less time there is for him to receive an upgrade. So if Oda comes in midnight hour and gives Usopp the shine he deserves, then I'm all for it, you know. But
I think he will. I kind of feel like he's like teeing him up right now. Like everyone's stepping up, doing their thing, and then like the Giants and Dory and Bragi gonna look at Usopp and be like, "Yo, you know what you gonna?" And then he finally steps up and does his thing. Well, I mean, what he does, who knows?
We need that.
No, we definitely do. I think Oda will deliver.
We're really overdue for Usopp at this point because no Wano showcase. Disrespect showcase at ACAD, and it's like that's why I call it a disrespect showcase. So I really need something for Usopp too.
But yeah, all right. So let's get back to the chapter, and we get back with Zeus saying, it's too dark in here. Help me, Nami!" And he's inside the Lindworm. Nami's running to him like, "Hang on, Zeus, I'm gonna come and save you." So Robin's telling Saul, "You know, can you get us to the library?" And he's like, "Zeus, I'll get you. I'll get there. I know you must be worried sick about the history of O'Hara, you know, that you left behind." And Killingham is just enjoying this. He's just like, like, "Devour the library, Sleep Tid. Destroy them. Don't give them any hope." You know, and going crazy. Yeah, him and Summers are definitely boys. Definitely part of the same flock.
Yeah, this bastard is finally showing us his real.
Yeah, his real. At first, I was like, "Damn, like he seems cool. He hasn't said anything crazy. He seems cool."
He's a little muted.
Yeah, you know, but not the case. Only when history is ended can the new world come about. And Jinbei is in the water. He's like, "I'll rescue Zeus, Nami. Should my fist be enough to make the beast throw him up? My fist should be enough to make the beast throw him up." And Killingham is just there, just making commentary, chilling. Like he's like, "Ew, ew," being racist, showing his true colors. That's a fish man, the ugliest species in the world. I'm gonna puke. Disgusting. Oh man, he's like, "Good thing my mask keeps my air clean." because I did forget that he is a celestial dragon, but he's one of the few that still.
Fishman?
I
No.
was gonna say that was the running theory.
I thought he was.
It was that he was a fishman. So to see him act like this, is he just? I mean, he could be Uncle Tom. So like that's also.
I saw a point. I saw a point about like how even such a dragons who are clearly human view humans as different species. So he's like, "Yo, Fishman, you're disgusting." I think that makes sense.
That could make sense.
True,
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, no, that facts.
Like Samuel Jackson and what Django, right?
Django.
Yeah. That or I was thinking, well, his fruit was a dragon fruit, no? Right? If I'm not mistaken. So I think.
That's the name.
Oh, shoot, what was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I think.
Kirin.
Yeah, it's a Kirin.
It's like a deer dragon thing. I feel like.
Yeah, it's like a unicorn lightning dragon thing. So I think it's also he might have the pointy teeth because of that. That's why he looks like that, not because he's a fishman. But
yeah, that's possible. Yeah, you're right.
Because I don't see celestial dragons accepting a fishman to be a god's knight.
Remember that thing that we saw?
Yeah. No, that's fact.
In the God Valley flashback, there was a really weird
looking
two weirdos in the God's Knights.
One did look like a fishman. They look like yeah, you are right. So I don't know.
They're weird, man. Who knows?
I guess it's safe to say that if we don't explicitly see them swimming and they're not mentioned to be a fishman, I guess it's safe to just assume that they're not a fishman. Because I mean, Oda has taken many written liberties with fishmen over in the past. I mean, even what's her face from Water 7, the one woman. Yeah. I mean, she was completely human looking until she showed her literal true colors. So, I mean, to say who's a fishman and who's not, unless it's like explicitly shown to us of them, how they swim or whatever. It might just be too hard of a task. Like,
no, that's true.
No, that's true. I do like the idea that if it was a fishman that like was raised by celestial dragons that believes that they're celestial dragons, like that adds more layers to it too. Because
that does. But you also brought up a good point that you could we can't see potentially them even making that exception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because how racist they are in general especially against fishmen. Like,
no, that's true. But
so.
Yeah. So he says, good thing my mask keeps my air clean, and Sanji's like, just a sort of elitist mindset I expect from a celestial dragon. For the crimes of being ignorant of Jinbei, former warlord of the sea, and insulting a member of our crew, I think you need a hole in in that mask of yours. And all of a sudden we see Frankie just jumping out of nowhere saying, "Super! Look at my hops!" He's definitely farting, because that's what he normally does. Because you see the gas behind him. And he's like,
I didn't even thank you for that, Mister, because I didn't even notice that. And I'm glad that I know that he's farting his way into the sun. Truly,
yes, sir.
I'm so glad I have.
Hey, not the first time. Not the first time he's done it. This is hey, little fart helps you get a little higher. You never know.
The chapter experience has been elevated. Thank you.
Shit, and then he's like, all the muscles of my body are screaming. Any monster I unleash on is gonna cry uncle after a single punch. Super strong as he lines up, and then the three Straw Hats, bro. So you got Frankie saying super strong, you got Jinbei saying fishman karate secret art, and you got that boy, the left wing, Sanji saying Ifrit Janbei, and they got no idea what's gonna hit them. And we get to the next page, and boom. Super Strong Dexter by Frankie destroying the head of the Sleep Tid. Jinbei doing his secret art Vagabond drill, pushing Zeus out of the stomach through the neck and everything of the Sleep Tid. And then Concaster Crush as Sanji literally destroys and turns Killingham into... Damn, what is an accordion? Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, and destroys the mask and everything, bro. Like, that is absolutely wild. He crushes them. Straw Hat Yonko crew looking wild right now, bro. So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think about? Because I know there's some um, not some discourse in on Twitter online that they're saying like, oh, like the God's Knights are weak, right? Or the Strawhats are really just showing out. What do you guys feel? Or it could just be a mix of both. Which I don't think that I don't think that the God's Knights are that weak.
I mean,
because
the God's Knights weak. Who have they lost to? Luffy and Sanji? Like,
right? Yeah, you know what I mean. And we see them get dog washed by rocks. But that's rocks, you know, of all people. Like.
And
So
really,
and really, yeah, but just the top of the top.
That list,
I know it is getting a little long. It is getting a little long. But I want to see what you guys feel.
Too. It's not even like Shamrock or Gunko or well, I guess Forgotten Garland did get rocked by rocks. That one we don't have to contest. But like it's like these like lames, you know what I mean? And like you said, Mr. It's the Yonko Straw Hat crew, but we've been asking for this for them to
that's facts.
showcase
when you
it.
Put them against women and children, they start going crazy. That's real.
Hey,
facts, but that's the only time they turn up, so it's not a surprise.
Hey, okay.
And I would say like. You guys brought up good points about it, you know, it being against them. I mean, I know we clown on them and stuff like that, but really what it is that we expected them to put up some sort of fight. You know what I mean? And they just kind of get dog walked by everybody they come up against, even though everyone they've been coming up against that we've seen are like of the topper tier echelon. So yeah, but we just expect them to provide a bigger challenge to the top tier echelon because we expected them to be like end game opponents, which I guess they kind of are for the immortality thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like outside of that, like they can actually genuinely like hang with them. Because it's one thing that try to hang with someone and you still lose, but it's another when you're just like blown out the water and you basically have no business fighting us type thing.
I wonder if Killingham is out in one hit though. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he gets back up and Sanji or other Straw Hats have more of a confrontation with him. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. I honestly don't think he's out either.
No.
I genuinely don't think he's out because I mean we still haven't seen we still don't know what it means for Sanji to fight an opponent like this. We know what it means for Luffy and Zoro because they're confirmed Conqueror's Haki users, advanced as well. But we still don't know, like, anyone beyond Conqueror's Haki. What does it mean? That are, you know, quote unquote strong. What it means for them. And Sanji going up against Killingham is the first. Showcase of that.
Yeah.
To see what conclusion is Oda going to draw. Through Sanji, is he going to give him, is he going to be like, okay, yeah, no, you really do need Conqueror's Haki, so let me give it to Sanji real quick? Or is he going to be like, no, there's another way, and Sanji's going to be, you know, the innovator to first showcase that? I wonder which direction he's going to show through here, and then that's going to show the conversation between him and Copacabana of what it meant. And everything like that.
No, I like that because I know I don't think we mentioned it last chapter when Sanji was able to use his flames to cut through the vines that were wrapping Robin, right? And I know people on Twitter were saying that like they took it as like because Sanji's love, like his, you know, he's all about love and stuff. Like his love was able to cut through those vines because of it. Like it wasn't like ordinary flames could just cut through them, you know, type of shit. So I feel like it's slowly starting to show. I think this would be the time that Sanji could showcase a different way to fight while Luffy and Zoro do the, like, you know, Conqueror's Haki type of way. So yeah,
I do like that. Is definitely like, it's gonna come up again, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He just keeps mentioning. He just keeps bringing it up. Like Vegapunk said it, Rock said it. So
yeah, like and Sanji's been all about that.
Yeah.
And I like that he's the one that takes out the God's Knight, while the other two take out.
Yeah, that was cool.
The fodder.
Yeah, no, that was dope. Like I said,
this is a 6 team up.
This is the benchmark though, because like Oda did. I feel like Oda did this intentionally to, you know, we'll see the results, and that has big implications going forward of what happens between them two.
Yeah, I will say that the small panels of the three of them charging up their attack. that would be perfect for our fighting game. You know, when they do like a level 3, everyone's doing their attack at the same time.
The Marvel
yeah, that'd be OD. I'm just saying. So we then move on at the end of that battle to the Western Village, and we see Dory and Bragi, the turned version of Dory Bragi, fighting the warriors of the Western Village, which is Stenson, Hydrogen, Jarul, and Zoro. I just thought about Jarul from last week. But the new giants are like, every cut we make just seals itself up. You know, they're just struggling fighting the demon form of the other giants that were turned, and they're so like big in comparison too, which is absolutely wild. And they're being overrun, and they're like, how are we supposed to stop them? And we then see Dory and Bragi. It seems like they're fighting, right? They're fighting themselves, and like they're like, it looks like Dory and Bragi are there right now. They're not being controlled by Emu.
Yeah.
Zoro notices, and you know, they're talking to each other, and they're like, I'm living through my deepest shame, hurling insults I don't believe at my beloved Chief Jarul. If I were to take his head, I would shame my family for generations. Yeah, it can't happen. So we're in agreement. You know, they're just talking to themselves, because those two have always been together since we met them in Little Garden. And they're like, of course. And they, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little emotional. I was like, damn. But you know, Oda, you know, we'll see. So Dorian Bragi says, you know, farewell, partner. We'll never give in to demons. And that Century of Battles was the best time of my life. And you see a flashback of them fighting Little Garden throughout the years. We are warriors of Elbaph. When we die with pride. And they take off each other's heads, bro. Like that.
Fucking tough, bro. Oh my god.
Dude, my eyes are teary now. I was like, yo, that is OD. Dory Bragi always been them, bro. They, you know, everyone reacts. They're like, captains, and Zoro's just yelling, it's Dory Bragi, and then, you know, everyone's bugging out. And then we see right away their bodies flipped, like from dark to light, and like their demon bodies got flipped, and now their regular bodies are back, which was interesting. And so Dory and Bragi are okay. Got worried for no reason. Damn you, Oda. I kind of wish. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish it stuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I wish. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I was like, this is the way for them to go. I was like, fuck it. That's OD. Bet. Like, that's it. Like, they couldn't. You know, they were never controlled by Imu at the end or whatever. But they're back alive, and they're like, you know, they're in shock. Everyone's in shock, and then like their heads were cut off, clean off, and then Jarul says, this must mean if they die, they stop being demons. And Dory and Bragi looking badass as fuck with everyone getting ready, and they're like, even the most mangled corpse is the picture of hell when you flip it over. And Zoro asks, like, so we can do whatever we want? And Hydrogen and them, they're like, no need to hold back. All we have to do is inflict fatal damage to turn them back to normal. Like chopping their heads off or running them through the heart. Come on, these are our comrades. We can't do that, can we? And all of the other demon giants are like getting scared, getting nervous. like you know, like the armies that are about to fight this dude from Solo Leveling. You know, they're getting all scared and shit. Yeah, they're telling the kids, hey, get the kids, the children aside. No one wants to see this. And everyone, Zoro and all the giants are, you know, just smiling like hunters, bro. And they're like, you hate to see it. It's a real shame. It pains me on the inside. And they're like, a real heartbreaker here. And like, don't take it personally, but prepare to die. And that's how the chapter ends.
Psychos.
Bruh, that has to, in the anime, they have to put them in dark, shadowy silhouettes with the red eyes.
Oh, yes, yeah,
like,
on theme.
They have to do that.
Dude, Zoro must be so happy to be here at this moment right now, bro. Like, he's like, yo, this is perfect. They look crazy. Like, oh man,
hate to see it.
You hate to see it as wild, bro.
Insane, bro. This guy's nuts.
You hate to see it is
diabolical. Zoro on demon time, big time, bro. So, and he's up front. Oh man, I actually like how they look. And one thing that I realized, Dory, right? Is it Dory? I don't know. I always forget which one's which. Which is the
big one's Broggy?
The tall one, the big one is Broggy. Okay. Broggy, he lost his hand because you see, remember Gunko took his hand before. If you see on when he got flipped over, so
yeah,
any damage that was done before wasn't reverted because remember Gunko shot his hand off with the shotgun
before he got Domi Reveri.
Because
he grabbed Gunko Emo, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, and then like he got the shield on his hand now, which is pretty badass. But yeah, that's how the chapter ends.
Walking around.
He's just chilling. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little sad. Like I kind of wish they were dead, but how it ended, I got a little hyped about. I'm getting ready to go a little crazy right now. I'm excited to see that. What you guys think?
I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of felt like this was like a little. I don't know.
Scam the fuck out of us, bro.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how I feel about it because on the one end, at least he has a out for this, but at the same time, it feels a little like cheap. If I'm going to be honest, because then that makes me think back to the Gold Roger. Garp versus Rock's fight, Yeah. So at the time, I thought it was because they, did the quote unquote critical mass of Conqueror's Haki or whatever. When in actuality, what is basically shown to us here is that you basically gotta fatally injure them to the degree to the point where like at least they're either on death's door or they would be on death's door or something like that. I don't know, or just straight up dead. So that changes the implications of that, which going forward, I guess it just means that they don't have to hold back, but
that's literally all it means.
Yeah. Like, it's just kind of like, okay. Like it didn't really feel that meaningful. You know what I mean? But yeah, that would have been perfect if they would have been taken out like that, because then that would have shown like, okay, it would have just been like, okay, so wait, actually, hold on, wait. Now I actually am wondering something. What does that mean? Why did Harold have to die then?
Okay, here's the thing. I think the Domi Reveri and the Mark of the Abyss are definitely two different things, and we shouldn't we shouldn't take this to mean that you can be free to the Mark of the Abyss.
Because he had the contract. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, and because the contract seems like more of like a not just anyone. You got to kind of accept the first part anyway. The Domi Reveri, he did literally anyone and everyone. He was throwing random giants around. You know what I mean? Yeah. People on God Valley, all that stuff, right? So I think the Mark of the Abyss, you really have to die, to be honest.
Okay, so just freaking Domi Reveri is basically if you get Domi Reveri, you can get out of it by just being fatally injured, or just wounded to the point where you're at death's door or die, quote unquote. And then I guess the Mark of the Abyss or whatever, that you're just stuck with that for life.
Yeah. Like if you get to that point, it's over for you.
I can't lie.
Talk to me, Callie.
Oda has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
What?
Have it so that only works for super strong Domi Reveri people like Dory and Broggy, and then they just kill everybody else, and then they actually stay dead.
That'd be hilarious.
If this was a different manga, I could see something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut my boy's head off. He's gonna be alright, bro. And the nigga never gets back up.
The children come out. They're like, "Daddy, Daddy." So I was like, "Oh, sorry, son. Guess he's not coming back." Shit. That would be wild.
But yeah, I agree. I think like it's a little like we expected a more interesting turn of events in terms of how to deal with them. But I think at the end of the day, it's kind of like the whole Conquer Saki thing. If there's a more general way for people to deal with it, and it doesn't become like a Luffy chosen one every single time, like I'm cool with that. I don't really mind. And it kind of checks out too, right? Like Rocks was normal when for Garland pulled up and stabbed him after he lost to Roger and Garp.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew that that's how it worked. He was sane. He wasn't regenerating. He wasn't getting back up. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and in line with the Herald thing, we've seen all the God's Knights get damn near chopped in half. Or
exactly
destroyed in a way that should kill a normal person. So I do got to think that the Mark of the Abyss probably gives you a little extra protection beyond regular Domi Reveri.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, y'all brought that is a good point, and I think funny enough, I think what it really is that now that I thought about it a little bit more, I really think that like what it is it's not this in of itself that's the issue. It's just that Oda's track record of not following through with these clear-cut character death moments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Makes this feel a little bittersweet because it just feels like it's just kind of like, ha, look at that. Like, now I can bring them back. Like, however, and it's just, yeah, like I said, it's just because Oda hasn't followed through with the actual character deaths. And that scene right there with like Dory and Broggy was literally perfect because it was literally perfect because it was like the past was brought forward to that moment, like where they stayed on that island for 100 years and fighting each other, and that one was like, yeah, we've been through a lot, brother. How about we go out with a bang one more time? And it's like, yeah, like they oh, nah.
That's the end of the episode, bro. That's the end of the episode.
Oh, yeah. That's actually funny because that's part of what when I was reading, I was like, I would have believed, like even when I was reading it, I was like, something's up. It's not how it's gonna go because like it was a middle panel of one page. I feel like if this was something I was gonna believe, it would have been the end of a chapter or whatever.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm always skeptical of Oda deaths, right? So I agree with you, Juan. It's like because it was actually a sick scene, as brief as it was perfect, right? It was actually very it kind of hit despite my skepticism. It was like the great. It was brief. The Rorschach was amazing. You know what I mean? It was simple and to the point, and so I didn't really want to believe it, but I still got hit by the emotions of it. So yeah, Oda does that all the time. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why.
But the ending, like Mr. said, the ending of the chapter was Loki hype as hell. And
it is
cool
hype.
That,
yeah, it is hype.
Like,
and again, I still need that shadow silhouette animated out because that shit will be fire.
Eyes glinting and all that stuff.
Like, yeah. Like it can't be helped, right? And then like the fucking devious ass smiles and stuff. Like, just oh my goodness.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. Are we on break next week?
I think so.
Sadly, we are.
Yeah.
Truly unfortunate.
Was that 2 chapters or 3?
2.
It was 2.
Oh, it was 2. Yeah. Well, I'll be like that.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about from the chapter?
No, I feel like 3 or 4 chapters, some Straw Hat shine.
Yeah, I think that ending with the Domi Reveri was probably the moment of the chapter for sure. And I think that was the moment of contention for a lot of people I've seen on the timeline. So hopefully, I'm not a big fan of it either, but this also takes me back to our conversation yesterday about how something's gonna happen once we get a perspective on what's going on. This could very well be the perspective, like, oh, okay, so we just gotta kill them. It's fine. We got everything situated, and then boom, shit gets turned on its head. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a big twist.
Yeah, so I can definitely see this feeding into that. We got to see. We'll see.
The only thing I wanted to ask y'all is if Usopp gets a moment, who would be the one to help facilitate that moment? Do you feel like?
I think Mista brought up Dorian Broggy earlier today. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna say it should be a Straw Hat, but I feel like that was also a good. Someone has to give him a kick in the pants, like the Zoro Water 7 type talk.
Yeah, or you see like Emu like kills Ja Rule, like in front of him, and or some shit like that. You know, like Emu like escalates it because I feel like Callie said, like things are flipping over to the Straw Hat side, but something else is gonna happen, and I feel like Emu might just come out and be like, all right, playtime's over for real, and like kill someone or kill like a few giants and go from there.
At this point, things are going way too well for the Straw Hats. Right?
Yeah. So
in good positions everywhere on the map.
But as
safe, the library's not on fire anymore. The Giants have turned things around with Zoro. Emu is gonna be like, y'all think y'all chilling, huh? And then something crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see. I am excited to see what's gonna happen next week. Not next week, the week after, because we are on a break. But yeah, I don't see Emu chilling, letting this go on any further, and shit's gonna get even more real. Because everyone thinks that, like, especially with Loki and Luffy being there, like, I don't know, like the escalation went down, but you know, shit, like something's got to happen. Like Uranus could already be there. Who knows? But we'll see. But yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. That is it for us for today. It is your boys from Strawhats Town. I'd like to thank you all for being here. Be happy, be healthy, spread love, peace, and you guys have a great day and enjoy. Are we coming back next week? You guys want to do a break week, or you guys want to have a break?
Yeah,
week?
We'll see, man. We'll get if we can find someone to talk about.
We'll be there. We'll let you guys know. Just follow the socials on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the social media. And we'll be there. So, with that being said, have a great day. Peace.
Peace.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Straw Hat, sit down, crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut, always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's Wise, last but not least, if you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that one piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one?